The topic that we're looking at this time is timetables. Now, they might frame the question as a bus timetable or a rail timetable or a plane timetable, but the format of them is going to be roughly the same. You're going to get presented with a timetable like we've got in these questions, and you're going to get asked various questions that you have to use the timetable to analyse. So, the top question that we're going to look at is a bus timetable from Pinley to Pooting, and it's given us all of these buses. So each column represents a different bus. Okay, so the first bus is leaving Pinley at 6, and then every time it shows a time, that's the time that it's stopping at these various places all the way down. The second bus leaves at 8:05 and goes through these places, and so on. Okay, so the first question says that we need to be in Wilton by 17:05, 5:05 in the afternoon. You need to know your 24-hour clock. What is the latest bus that I can catch from Y Spa? So I'm just going to use a ruler because I find it helpful to see in this situation where we're looking. So we're looking at Wilton, and we need to be there by 17:05, the question asks. So we're going to look across until we see a time that happens just before 17:05. Now, if we go to this 19:45, that's too late. So we've got to be there by this time. This is the latest that we can arrive. Now then, we need to catch a bus from Y Spa. So if I look up, Y Spa is this row here, but there's no bus that stops. This bus doesn't stop in Y Spa, so I can't catch this one. So I've got to go back to the one before. So this one will arrive in Wilton at 15:45, and if I go up again 2 rows to Y Spa, again it hasn't stopped in Y Spa, so I've got to go back one again. So this bus arrives in Wilton at 14:08, and it leaves Y Spa at 13:41. So that's the time that we need to catch the bus in Y Spa if we want to be in Wilton by 17:05. So that's the answer for our first question, is 13:41. Okay. The second question says that I need to be in Menster by 1600, so that's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What is the latest bus that I can catch from Belcott? So I'm going to do the same thing again. We're going to put the ruler on Menster, so I need to be there by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now then, if we look across, this bus here is obviously too late. So this is the bus that I need to catch. Now then, if I look up this bus column, the bus doesn't actually stop in Belcott. Okay, so I can't get on this bus in Belcott. So I've got to go back. This bus doesn't stop in Menster, neither does this one. So we're back as far as this bus. Now then, this bus, if we follow it all the way up, you can see again doesn't stop in Belcott. So this bus is no good either. So we're going to go back to the bus before. This bus gets to Menster at 10:33, and it does stop in Belcott, so we can get on the bus at Belcott at 9:45 and make sure that we're in Menster in time. Okay, so 9:45 is the answer for that one. The third question says that we get to Pinley Terminal by 9:30. What is the earliest time that I can arrive in Y Spa? Okay, so Pinley is the first stop, and we're arriving there by 9:30. So, if we look across that row, to arrive by 9:30, okay, so we've missed the 9:15 bus, so we're going to have to catch the 10:20 bus. Now then, if we look down the 10:20 column, we need to arrive in Y Spa. So if I get on this bus, I can't actually get off in Y Spa because it doesn't stop there. So I need to wait for the next bus. The next bus leaves at 11:05 and it stops in Y Spa at 12:11. So that is the bus that we need to catch, and 12:11 is the earliest time that I can arrive in Y Spa. Next question is similar. It says I get to Podton Terminal by 16:15. 4:15 in the afternoon. What is the earliest time that I can arrive in Menster? So Podton Terminal is this row here, and we're arriving there by 16:15. So there's a bus that leaves 5 minutes later at 16:20, which we could catch. We just need to check whether it stops in Menster or not. So if we follow this down, Menster is this column here, this row here. It doesn't stop in Menster, so we've got to wait for the next bus. So the next bus that leaves Podton is the 17:43 bus. Now then, if we get on this bus, we can get off in Menster here at 18:14. So that's the earliest time that I can arrive in Menster. The second question has given us a rail timetable. This is going from Swansea to London. Now then, again, each column represents a different train. So the first train leaves Swansea at 7 and will arrive in London at 9:56. Second train leaves Swansea at 10:30, it arrives at 1:30 in the afternoon, and so on. The first question asks us how long the 7 o'clock train from Swansea takes to travel between Bridgend and Reading. So we're looking at this first column, that's the 7 o'clock train from Swansea. And it's asking us how long the train will take to get from Bridgend, so there's Bridgend on this train, to Reading. Reading's down here. So the train will leave Bridgend at 7:30 and it will arrive in Reading at 9:26. Now there's a few different ways that you can have a look at this question. I like to break it down into smaller chunks. So to get to an easy time, if I leave at 7:30, it's going to take me 30 minutes to get to 8 o'clock. So from 7:30 to 8 o'clock, that's going to take me 30 minutes. Then to get from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, which is the hour that I need to arrive in Reading. Okay, we're not looking at the minutes for a second, just the hour column. That's going to take me 1 hour. Then from 9 o'clock to 9:26, because that's the time that we're arriving in Reading, that's going to take me an extra 26 minutes. So all I need to do now is add up the times that I've written across the bottom. So I've got 1 hour, an extra 30 minutes, and an extra 26 minutes. So in total, it's going to take me 1 hour and 56 minutes. So that's the length of time it takes from Bridgend to Reading. The next question says Andrew plans to travel by train from Neath to Manchester. He catches the 10:40 train from Neath and changes at Bristol Parkway to catch the 12:45 train to Manchester. How long will Andrew have to wait at Bristol Parkway? So let's just break this down a second. He catches the 10:40 train from Neath, so that's this here. He changes at Bristol Parkway, so he's getting off the train at Bristol Parkway at 12:10 to catch the 12:45 train to Manchester. Now then, it asks us how long he's going to have to wait at Bristol Parkway. Obviously the 12:45 train to Manchester isn't on this timetable, okay? But because he's getting off at Bristol Parkway at 12:10, we can work out the time from 12:10 to 12:45 when he will catch his next train. So the amount of minutes that elapses in that time is 35 minutes. So that is the total time that he's going to have to wait. Now you may get other questions that are framed as a paragraph where you've got to plot out their journey, but it's using the same principles, it's using the same method of working out time difference between different times.